healthy mean to me? Flashback to 3rd grade. At this point, being healthy wasn't something I was too concerned with. If asked, I would have told you, well, I run outside at recess and know not to eat too many goldfish that I feel sick, so I must be healthy, right? But that winter, I was hospitalized with meningitis, and as an unexpected side effect, developed a migraine-inducing soy allergy. So, long gone were my days of eating store-bought sweets and processed foods containing soy. Instead, I was forced to train myself to scan nutrition labels and become increasingly aware of what I ate. From a really young age, I was forced to completely rethink what I put in my body. Coupled with this was my love for keeping my body moving. I've always loved being active. Starting in 1st grade, I started playing on a variety of sports teams, experimenting with fitness classes, and running in my spare time. Needless to say, I had a fairly ingrained commitment to staying healthy. But despite having learned how to live a healthy lifestyle early on, I've come to realize that I did so in an unbalanced way. Without even realizing it, I had created an unhealthy relationship with being healthy. Now, somewhat ironically, I went to an all-girls high school where food was queen. There was, in fact, a running joke among us that if someone left a plate of cookies and a $100 bill on the counter, the cookies would disappear while the money remained untouched. But despite this love for eating and lack of judgment associated with it, I never fully allowed myself to be a part of this culture. I remember using my allergy as an excuse for why I didn't want free cupcakes or pizza, because I knew they weren't healthy. Now, this is not to say that I don't have a love for food. I have always loved to bake, try new foods, stuff myself on Thanksgiving, and will never, ever turn down homemade cookies. But I often felt the need to work out, not only for my own enjoyment, but also to justify what I was eating. I evaluated my body and built up my self-confidence according to a numerical relationship of eating well and being active, of calories in and calories out, minutes biked and miles run, you know what I mean? In high school, though I worked out 5 days a week between practice and games, I would go on runs every Saturday and Sunday under the guise that I felt out of shape on Mondays if I didn't. When in reality, I just wanted the extra workouts as an excuse to eat whatever I wanted without guilt. My freshman year here at BC, I would push myself to run faster and faster each run, not only because I was competitive with myself and loved feeling my feet fly over the pavement, but also because I knew that each step was pushing me further and further away from the possibility of the dreaded freshman 15. Though I worked out to reduce my stress, I also found that I became stressed if I didn't work out, and would work out to reduce this stress too. A little ironic, right? Looking back, I've come to realize how much my sense of self was wrapped up in what I wanted others to perceive. Though I worked out and ate well for my own enjoyment, overall health, and ability to cope with stress, I also did so to build up an image of what, in my mind, I thought others would want to value and see in me. I built up an image of what, though I worked out 7 days a week and stayed fit, all of these things weren't determining who I actually was. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Minutes, miles, calories, digits on a scale, all valid units of measurement, but not an honest and authentic way for me to determine my self-worth. Now, though I still love working out and highly value nutritious foods, I have a strange love for vegetables that most others do not share. I've come to realize that how much I work out, what I eat, and how I treat my body should come from self-love, and not from a self-imposed pressure to look, eat, or be a certain way. Now, I work out because it makes me happy, and I'm proud of having a body capable of moving. I choose to eat based on what I love, not because I see it as either a friend or an enemy. Though I still have days where I feel like I have to work out to justify eating one too many chocolate cookies that my roommate baked. Thank you, by the way, Katie, for all your sweet treats. I've come to look at my health in the big picture, outside of one meal or one workout. Though being active and being fit may play a role in my overall health, they do not characterize who I am as an individual or my self-worth. My love for myself and my body is not and should not be quantitative.